out the Say I Quit podcast on YouTube. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
It's true.
It's skating on thin ice, buddy.
It is damn true that you are listening to the best professional wrestling podcast in the world, man. We took a little hiatus from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We was over on TikTok last week. Y'all need to make sure y'all following us on TikTok because we're gonna be getting way more active over there. As well as make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, Twitter as well at Say I Quit Pod. Big news too. We 10 subscribers away from 200 subscribers on YouTube. So enjoying the content and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you're watching this right now, you just clicked on a wrestling podcast, you want to hear what's going on in the wide world of professional wrestling, hit that subscription because I think you're really gonna enjoy yourself here. I'm Lil Derek. I got Les Hardy Jr. with me. I got Pete Starks with me. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, bro. Immaculate. Congratulations. We feeling good.
Bro, done been out of school too long.
That's like E40 shit. What you know about that, Reed?
I'm older than you. What do you mean? What do I know about? Come on, all right.
Know about that. I know all about that. Little I don't know nothing about that, G.
All right, there. You showing your age, bro.
You know about that.
Y'all ain't know that. Y'all ain't know.
They not
P.I. about me.
P.I. was killing.
I'm a motherfucking P.I.M.P.
Shout out Tip.
One song, you feel me?
Hey, Paper Trails is a classic. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, bro, he got like 3 classics, bro. Like
he got at least 2. He got at least 2.
2 minimum, 3 for
2
me.
minimum.
Push it forward.
Because
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Paper Trails is probably my favorite one. The one before that, his debut. I forget the name.
It's an arguable classic. That's why I'm like maybe 4.
Maybe
now you got me thinking. Hey, we also rappers, so we gonna talk about it too.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we dive into some hip hop discussion.
Yeah, I mean,
here and there, you know what I'm saying? For sure, like you said, Paper Trail. I think King and trap music, them 3 certified.
Heavy on trap music.
That's the OG one. You know what I'm saying? I think No Mercy is right there with it, though. I ain't gonna lie. No Mercy the slept on one.
Yo, Dirk, rank Nelly albums.
All bottom tier.
The greatest.
What do you think Nelly's best album is?
Urban Legend. Nelly's best album is probably, I don't know, man. Sweatsuit is close to country.
No, the one Murphy Lee wrote.
Hey, don't be doing that, man. Oh, don't throw me on Nelly, bro. Why would you do that?
Shout out Nelly, bro.
I definitely would put Country Grammar or Nellyville right there. It's between them two. Sweatsuit was really good, but I think that was like the end of his prime. You know what I'm saying? He could still make a hit after that, but he just wasn't on top of the game no more after Sweatsuit. Like the game had left what he was doing by 2004. That was the end of what he was doing. Like he had a good 4-year run though.
Yeah.
4-year run. Hey, some people don't
who is T.I. as a wrestler comparison?
T.I. as a wrestler comparison? Somebody
Damian Sandow.
Hell nah.
Not even close, bro.
We're underrated.
Nah, Tip probably
I say Jericho.
Ooh.
Hell nah. I wouldn't because Jericho was never I wouldn't say Jericho underrated though.
T.I. was never the best rapper in 1 year. But he was always there.
Christian Cage, final answer.
Okay, I'll take that.
Rapper for like 2 years out of his career, bro.
Christian Cage.
You think he was undeniably the best rapper?
He was better than Wayne and Ye during 1 or 2 of them years, bro.
He was not better. No, I don't agree.
Wasn't better than Wayne. I don't think.
Wayne, especially in 07. That's like one of the best years for any rapper.
He was topping Wayne in some of them years, bro.
I don't know, bro.
All right, Derek.
Y'all some youngins, bro. Y'all wasn't outside, bro. Stop talking to me.
I didn't have to.
Wasn't nobody saying play Wayne when they get in the car, bro.
I know you lying, bro. I know you lying. Bro, that's all I played whenever I grew up.
Oh,
with the homies. We were sitting there like, yeah, play that Wayne. Obviously.
Man, you
Carter
was like
3
2 years old, bro.
Dedications.
You was
Sorry
like
for the
2 years
weights.
old, bro. When
Yo,
T.I. was better, Wayne didn't take when would Wayne have took over?
The GOAT. I mean, personally, he's not my GOAT, but when he became like
he ain't my
considered
goat.
Man,
by
what year
people,
was Wayne the best rapper in the world?
07. 07 for
07
sure.
to 0, probably
07
07
for
to 08.
sure.
T.I. got an argument for 04, 05, and 06 easily. And 07, it's still a debate between them two niggas, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm older than y'all, so I remember a little bit better than y'all. I promise you, bro. It was still a debate. Like, them two niggas was the
Yeah,
top.
man, bro.
You gotta think, bro. They both. So couldn't nobody say that street argument. And honestly, T.I. had the streets more than Wayne at that point in time, bro.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna argue with you, obviously, because I wasn't there. But I listened to enough Ti, or listen around that time in 04, going into everything from Wayne, even to like the blog era. You
Bro, when
couldn't
he
tell me
dropped
Ti was
urban
a better
music,
rapper at
everybody
any
was
point
listening
than
to
Lil
urban
Wayne.
music, gang. Everybody was listening to urban music, man.
I'm not gonna say I disagree.
ASAP. Nigga, that beat so fucking hard, bro. Like, stop playing, bro. Stop playing, bro. He was on top. He was on top. I'm not saying he was a better rapper than Wayne, but he was the best rapper in the world. He had that title. He was the biggest rapper at that point in time, bro.
I don't know. I don't know because Ye, bro. I mean, Ye was there too.
That's why Ye might get 04. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
might get
03 is one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time with Get Rich or Die Trying. Like,
I didn't say 03. But that's when he started popping too. That's what you got to think. Trap music came out in 03, bro. He was dropping so consistently too, bro. That's what you got to think. Like, yeah, Urban Legend comes out the next year after Trap Music makes his commercial release. Trap Music was already out. Then, for like 2 years later, he dropped King or whatever. Then he dropped motherfucking Paper Trail, No Mercy, T.I. versus Pip. Like, the nigga was feeding the streets too, just like Wayne was, bro. Because personally, I don't give Wayne that. I think Wayne is more 08, 09 is when he really like took over. And he has he had a nice 4 years.
I think 07's like his best year. 07 was insane. He did like 100 years, bro. He did like 2 albums. And they were all fire.
Wayne was a fucking animal, bro.
It wasn't consensus.
I say the same for him nowadays, but he's still up there.
And that's why. So, this is my thing. Carter 3 is his real takeover, bro. And that drops in 08. I'm not giving him 07. No.
I'm getting him 07, bro. I'm sorry.
What he dropped in 07? The drought?
Wait, hold on. I gotta check something.
We just going off just albums? Like,
I'm going off of like what was they doing at that time that made them the top. Like, Wayne was not the top rapper in the world to 08, bro. When he dropped Carter 3, that's when he took the crown.
From who?
From T.I. T.I. had the crown for at least a year or two, bro.
Maybe a year.
Like, Ye should have had the crown, but Ye didn't take the crown like he was supposed to from that nigga Jay-Z and Eminem. And then by then, Ye started doing the auto-tune and shit. You feel me? So Ye was all in a different stratosphere as them niggas. Like, you can argue any of them niggas had the crown. But I'm telling you, T.I. is in that argument for 3 years, bro.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying
years, you can say T.I. was the best rapper, bro. He had 04 to 07. He could be in that argument for each one of them years.
Argument, yes. I'm just, me personally, I'm not saying.
What's it called?
You know what? I might have to agree, bro. I might have to agree because
like, Wayne ain't. I'm telling y'all, as being old, bro.
Because a lot of.
Bro.
All right, 08.
Crazy at the tail end of 07, and then 08 is when Wayne really just took off, bro. By the point 2012 come, everybody saying Wayne the best rapper in the world. And honestly, he started falling off a little bit at that point because 2011, I think is quarter four.
Quarter four, yeah.
And
My favorite
that was
album.
like
My
Wayne
favorite.
was
My
still
favorite
I
prime.
remember when that
Wayne
shit came
was
out,
like,
bro.
Wayne
Me
was
too.
starting his decline after that. You know what I'm saying?
Cut the music
He
up.
could bar down anybody, but
Hello.
he wasn't the top rapper in the world no more after that album, bro.
Blow it. Polo John show it.
The tough part is all of them niggas could get so many years. It's like that's the best thing about that
True.
era of hip hop is that it's 10 niggas you could bring into this conversation, and 10 niggas would say a different person for each year.
Yo.
Being 100, like all of them years, you can argue Ye had 3, 4, and 5, and nobody would deny that because he was
Shit, you
dropping.
could even say 7 too. You
Like,
could even
real,
say
Ye
07.
can
Ye could have had
argue.
07.
Some people gonna definitely get 05, 06 to like Jeezy, Ti, because that's them niggas
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Like obviously, ain't nobody gonna not give 03 to 50 Cent, but some people will argue with you and be like, nigga, nah, Ye shit was better, nah, such and such shit was better. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
like me, I'll give
No,
03.
03,
I'll give 03
03
to
is
50.
definitely it's
Oh yeah,
definitely
I'll
50.
give 03 to 50.
Yeah, but I'm
That's one of my
saying
favorite albums of all time
it's
too.
still arguments for other people. I feel like every year the 90s throughout, like lately it's not. The difference is like music is more accessible, so it is a big argument from different people. Because some people gonna say ASAP Rock, and motherfuckers don't even know who the fuck ASAP Rock is.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
just being 100.
Yeah.
Music is more accessible now. You still get more answers, but I think it's clear, like the rappers that had the biggest year every year is kind of clear, way more clear now.
Okay, this kind of segues off to what we're going to talk about wrestling. Like with comparison, it just take out the years. Comparison wise, did you guys see people comparing the cage match on Raw to the one that Fletcher and Osprey had?
Unfortunately.
What's your thoughts on that? Because
Man, bro.
I can tell you, I don't know if Derek knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
Okay, yeah, y'all go ahead.
Not to because Les answered it, but go ahead, Les.
Nah, me personally, I think I love both of the cage matches. I think they were incredible.
Yes,
But
agreed.
some people were saying that Raw match was in top 20 cage matches of all time. I maybe you could make a case, maybe you can't, but
Yeah.
you can't deny that Osprey and fucking Fletcher fucking killed it. They deserve like a top 20 spot. But it's also it's also your preference. It's also your preference. A lot of people don't like gore, they don't like blood, they don't like long match, they don't like a Spanish fly off the top of the cage. They're like, oh, that's stupid. They're gonna get hurt. Like
Or
it's
just
really like your poison.
nobody should get up after you do that off the
Yeah.
top. Just be 100. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying?
Yo.
That should be.
Yeah, that was right. That was the finish too, wasn't it? Close to it.
No, that wasn't the finish.
I wasn't
Because
finished.
That was not the finish.
Yeah, no.
That was far from the
No.
finish.
I'm not saying it was the finish. I'm saying it was close to the finish because after they did that, I thought Fletcher got up and then Osprey hit him with a hidden blade, like a few minutes after. I was watching it, so I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure.
Timestamp, but it's at least a few minutes passed by, which is I guess you could say that's the beginning of the end sequence. I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I get why people complain about stuff like that with AEW. I personally don't mind it when it makes sense. I think a few like them, they trying to kill each other. So yeah, they have some type of superhuman strength with everything they've been through in this rivalry. You know what I'm saying? But generally, when it comes to both of them, I just don't like to judge things and say it's in the top before I've allowed it to marinate and some time to pass, especially when we're talking about time. We can say this year, sure, the year just started.
True.
Like when people were saying with J. Cole, his second verse on Clouds is one of the best verses of the year. The year just started. It's not too much of a stretch or even recency bias with saying that. But the recency bias when it comes to saying something is all time after seeing it one time, that's extreme recency bias. It's fresh in your mind. Oh my God, I don't know if I've seen 20 that's better than this. In reality, you probably have. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest. Just be honest. At that moment, you're feeling like, damn, have I seen anything better than this? Like we do that with everything. We do that. obviously it was some recency bias with the Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania. It was a little recency bias, but I think people left that match feeling like, damn, this is one of the best fucking WrestleMania main events I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Possibly one of the greatest WrestleMania matches I've seen. So I think both matches have an argument, I guess, for being in like top 20. You know what I'm saying? Also, of course, like you said, it's preference, is what you want. I think both matches were amazing, and it's apples to oranges because they told two different stories. They went about the match a lot differently. You have two younger guys in Osprey and Fletcher who are able to do some of the spots that honestly at this point in their career, CM Punk and Rollins then did them type of spots before. They ain't trying to kill themselves in that ring. You know what I'm saying? Leave it to the younger guys to do crazy spots like the Spanish Fly off the top of the sail. You know what I'm saying? So I think both matches were great though. I wouldn't really. It's like I was talking about with you, Reed, on the phone. J. Cole, Freddie Gibbs, Kendrick Lamar, like he's not even in the same. It's two different styles. You know what I'm saying? Completely. The matches is just like comparing. If people were trying to compare, and I feared it would happen. I didn't see anything happen with people comparing the Tony Storm match to the Mercedes match. They both were great matches for what they were. The matches served different purposes. Momo and Mercedes wanted to wrestle and show who's the better wrestler. They did an amazing job. Tony and Mariah wanted to show each other, wanted to kill each other. So
and
hey,
it's also a part of their story too.
And they did an amazing job. So I think even the Fletcher and Ospreay compared to CM Punk and Seth Rollins, the matches went in to do two different things, but they both knocked it out of the park for what they chose.
Yep.
Hey, motherfucker like me, I'm gonna put Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa up there for top 20. Because that match on SmackDown, I ain't gonna lie, G.
We might have just saw one that was better on SmackDown a minute ago. That's one that people say this one of the best I've ever seen.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Did y'all forget Trish and Becky at Payback?
Oh yeah.
Like,
bro,
I haven't seen every cage match ever, bro. So it's inevitable that on someone's list, it's gonna be a match that I don't agree with or I've never seen.
Yeah.
Because one of the best I've ever seen is the Lucha Bros versus
and the Young Bucks.
And the Bucks.
That's my number one. That's my number one. That's my number one.
I don't know what my number one is because I haven't sat down and lit, but it's just so again.
No, that's
guess what?
For sure.
Just as many people saw that match, it's just as many wrestling fans that never saw that match and would look at us like we was damn fools for saying that it was number one or top 5 or anything like that. So, you know, I don't like the recency bias of judging it so quick. I think that's and then always trying to compare, bro. Why can't we just say how amazing wrestling is right now and how we just got amazing wrestling on Sunday, amazing wrestling on Monday, amazing wrestling on Tuesday. That was a damn good SmackDown, if you ask me, last week. That was a amazing SmackDown. Wrestling is hitting it on all cylinders every single week, every single day of the week. And that's what we should be comparing instead of saying, oh, since they both did cage matches, let's say which was better.
You know what I've seen? You talk about like comparisons, right? The stupidest thing, bro. I don't like. Y'all can see this. No, y'all can't see it. Somebody posted, okay, I've seen enough. Javon Evans is a future, right? After Roadblock yesterday. It's a picture of Javon Evans, a little like arrow like this.
No. Let me guess. And I don't know if this happened. Did they put another black wrestler compared to him?
Damn right.
Yes. Damn
exactly.
straight.
Oh, it's called
No.
Hello.
Swerve?
No. Swerve.
What the person J Bond
totally Well, that was the stupidest.
His daddy.
Word.
How old is Swerve? Like 32?
Older than that, probably.
Yeah, you might be older than that. No, he's younger.
He could be his daddy for real.
Yeah, Javon younger than me, bro, and I'm young, bro.
He's younger than both of us. He's like 19.
Yeah, bro. Oh
bro.
no, Swerve 34. Yeah, bro. What the fuck, bro?
Saying, man. He
They
said he'll
got
take
two different styles and
Hey,
all
make sure
that, bro.
Literally.
you chat, Les.
Hmm.
Make sure you peep in the chat, bozo.
What happened?
Nah, we got somebody in the chat saying, man, what's the word with you? How long did he say that? I just looked at it on my phone.
2 minutes ago.
27, yeah. I feel you on the old fashioned wrestling. That's what I'm like. Everybody got their forte when it comes down to it. So whatever you like those are two different matches that obviously a certain group of fans is gonna have that Osprey match up there. A certain group of fans is going to have the Seth Rollins match up there. That just is what it is. But yes, I hate the.
True.
Why would we compare Swerve to Javon? It just don't make sense. We don't even
Cause they
go
just two black wrestlers, bro.
not even give that energy. Let's go into Monday Night Raw and talk about everything with Monday Night Raw, and then we'll get to the main event. Obviously, I think the Jey Uso storyline is funny. What I saw someone say is like the IWC versus Jey Uso, because Gunther is saying everything that people been saying about him and being like, "Oh
Bro,
man, you can't
I let off
wrestle."
of that.
Just a catchphrase. I like that. I like that because I think it is blurring the lines of reality and it is going to allow both of them to, hit some points because it's people that don't like Gunther style. As we say, everybody has a
I
preference.
noticed that a lot, bro. I noticed that a lot.
I got people that say Gunther is boring, and to me, Gunther is
Yo,
the furthest thing from boring in professional wrestling. Just being honest, with you. You know
yo,
what I'm saying? But everybody has their preference at the end of the
true.
day. But I do think that they are doing a good job in having me somewhat interested in this feud. But I'm gonna be real with you, and this is another thing with Jey Uso being the guy that won the Royal Rumble. I don't think the Royal Rumble winner has ever been this overshadowed.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything else
I
that's
was
going
just
on in the company, from the Bianca storyline to Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns to Cody and John
And John
Cena.
Cena.
yeah.
Hell, the Charlotte Tiffany storyline might be getting just as much attention, but literally the two Royal Rumble winners are at the bottom. I don't see
Yeah.
either of them main eventing. They just aren't the more prominent storylines this year.
Yo,
It seems like the Elimination Chamber winners are way more important in their story. And then, of course, you got Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, three of your biggest guys on the roster, three of your biggest names. It's crazy. That's another note that I took, just how their feud doesn't feel as big as it should. But I think it's also because we've seen this match before.
Yeah.
We've seen this match so many times. I think people will be more excited to see Jey Uso versus Gunther.
I mean,
shit.
okay, let's go back to past episodes. Y'all know I had a little crash out moment. I was just in the moment. No one hates Jay, but I think people are starting to realize like what I meant by he's not a bad wrestler, but he needs more. He needs more stank in his moveset. He needs
Listen, bro. Oh, you know what?
super kicks. WrestleMania he needs to pull out the bag. Like him and
Listen,
Gunther need to have a close to five chops match for me. For me
bro,
to even be like,
For both
okay.
of them, honestly, though.
Yes, not just Jay,
Roman and
Gunther
Cash
too. But
did it,
Gunther has like two bangers already off rip.
like I keep saying, like LA Knight is far from a fucking 5-star worker, bro. Like in my opinion, I don't think LA Knight. You put LA Knight with fucking Osprey, like you know what I mean. Like that's just my personal preference. But there's just something about the way, like the way LA Knight commands like the crowd in his promos, and also like you said, he got some stank to his work, bro. Like his move set, like he fucking dives up.
Things.
Yeah, he does different shit
every time. Uso, Jay, sometimes it feels like we get the same match.
Super kick, speed, splash.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that hurts his. I feel what Sandman is saying. A lot of people have been saying that Gunther's run has been boring, but Jey Uso is part of the reason that his run has been boring. They haven't given him a proper storyline, a proper running mate, in my opinion.
As of 2 weeks, Akira and Otis have been the two exciting things for Gunther.
It's been his best feud.
Yes.
the mini feud they're giving him right there has worked. It has worked in getting a lot of people are like, damn, I didn't know Akira Tozawa could go like that.
Yup.
Yes.
And Otis has been over with the crowd, so putting him in the ring with anybody is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a
But
good thing for sure.
the most unfortunate thing to me is that the little program that he got with Alpha Academy, that to me seems more interesting than Jey Uso versus Gunther, bro.
Yeah.
That squash
That's
match was one of the great. I don't give a. I got it. I let it marinate. That squash match is one of the greatest squash matches I think I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Even like
It
think
is.
about what was his other feud, Damian Priest and Finn Balor for real. Like
Yeah.
obviously the Randy Orton feud has been his best feud. You know what I'm saying
Yep.
so far.
And that was
It
one
was
match.
an amazing payoff
One
match.
match.
But the Damian Priest situation was it was all Judgment Day, and then you got Finn joining it. It was just never that one-on-one feud. We've neglected the Seth Rollins feud. We've neglected to give him the CM Punk feud. It's a lot of feuds that we wanted in this reign, and we haven't gotten.
You could even give him Ilya at this point.
Dragon off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's injury, but it's something that obviously I was thinking that Triple H had big plans for them, and I do think he did have big plans for that feud, but Ilya got hurt. But yes, looking at it that way, I just feel like they haven't given Gunther enough because at the end of the day, his stories get told best in the ring. I think him and Damian did do a good job, but they shouldn't.
Appreciate you, Sandman.
Appreciate you. They shouldn't have gave.
Appreciate you.
They shouldn't have fought again, honestly, and then involved Finn Balor in it. That was doing too much.
Yeah.
I liked
That
it when
triple
he
threat?
called him street trash, like, and that was before when he beat Damian Priest for the title. That feud was good, but since he got the title, it's just been a lackluster amount of feuds going fighting Jey Uso 10 times.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
You want to know what
I think he deserves this moment, but it does suck for him as well that there are just so many big things going on in the company right now that ultimately his feud is falling to kind of the bottom of the WrestleMania card. Out of all the matches that are set up so far, his match may be the least anticipated, I would say, because I think people are even anticipating Jay versus Naomi more and what's gonna happen with that and Jey Uso storyline.
That better be on the main card. It better.
Amazing. Both of those guys are amazing, but it sucks for Gunther's reign and for Jey Uso's ascent to possibly being a world champion that they are not even playing second fiddle. They may be sixth fiddle at this point.
Yep.
Hey, you might be thinking like 2 months ago where Jay was the talk of the town. Now they're probably thinking like, well, we're gonna put the belt on him in Mania, but now it's like,
is it
like one's interested?
Everybody's talking about John Cena, Cody Rhodes. So let's
As
talk
they
about
should, bro.
So
As
let's
they
talk about
should.
John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes. Appreciate you, Sam, man. Appreciate you, man. We definitely got a lot more coming.
Word.
I definitely think that Cody Rhodes did a great job in that promo.
He has been.
Because the problem, you know, at least Cena will be there. You know what I'm saying? He's there this Friday, correct? I believe he's not this Friday.
He's there Monday. He's there Monday.
I think Monday and next Friday, maybe.
Live on Netflix, it's at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Europe, though. I don't think they're gonna show it for us until 7 still.
No, they said they were.
No, they said they're showing at 3 p.m. Eastern.
For America.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
So like 2 p.m. y'all time.
I'll be watching at work.
Fuck.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Only 30
My wife will be
shut up. I'm
gonna watch it.
But
Put it on the screen.
Rhodes, he plays his role so well. Just being honest with you. I know a lot of people were thinking he was gonna be the one that turned heel. This makes the most sense. This is the match that I'm most excited for. I truly believe that either man could win and it will make sense in the storyline. This is gonna be one of the more unpredictable matches at WrestleMania this year.
I gotta dip,
I know
y'all,
it.
but y'all.
You good?
Peace out, my boy.
I know my goat finna win. I know my goat finna win.
I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I don't know who's gonna win.
Nah, I don't know either, bro. I like it like that. I like it like that.
I do too. That's what
We
I'm
don't
saying.
know which way it's finna go, bro.
Honestly, looking at most of this WrestleMania card is very unpredictable. I think
Yeah,
Cody versus Cena is unpredictable. Io versus Rhea versus Bianca is very unpredictable.
way
Um,
too unpredictable.
Charlotte and Tiffany is unpredictable.
I hope not. I hope not. That's one match I hope that we know. That I hope we know.
You never know with Charlotte.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
What other match am I missing? The Jey Uso and Gunther, I think can still go either way.
True.
Uh, what else am
Jada
I?
Naomi is probably like that's more predictable.
I don't think so, man. I think Naomi got to get the first victory.
How long you think they finna go for?
I think you gotta keep them feuding until Bianca can become involved with it again.
Mm,
Because I think you can't just Bianca has to have something to do with this feud. She got to choose a side.
yeah,
She
I
needs to be
think
focused on WrestleMania, which means they need to feud until after WrestleMania. That's me though.
true,
And I
true.
just don't like Naomi turning heel just to get squashed.
I it might lead to Bianca and Jade at SummerSlam, bro. That could be a good little program.
Pray Charlie not winning, man.
Oh, we hope not.
Hell no. Nah.
We don't need another reign.
Choked out. I'm not mad if Jay win. I'll probably yeet.
Yeah.
I'll probably get up and dance and everything, but I personally think Gunther should keep his reign and then get onto some of the feuds that we were looking forward to. Because I'm gonna
Yeah,
be real, nobody had the Jey Uso one as one we was looking forward to. On my end, at least. That was not
on
one of the
my end too.
Gunther became world champion. I thought he would leave Jey Uso alone and he would get to feud with Seth Rollins, with CM Punk,
Dragon
with
Lee.
Dragon Lee would be a crazy. Man, there's so many matches that we haven't
Cause
seen. Man.
Gunther got beef with Rey Mysterio already.
Oh, it's so many feuds and storylines and matches that we could have gotten. And obviously, if they give it to Jay, it's great for Jay because Jay is a temporary champion. He's not gonna have a long reign. Gunther is obviously gonna be world champion again. That's inevitable. He is a top tier here, top tier heel. He is a top tier heel. He will be a lifetime heel for WWE and be one of those guys that you can always depend on and just throw him into the world title picture and he's gonna thrive. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be cool. Even tag team. Obviously, I think we're probably gonna get like a 6-way ladder match or something, 5-way ladder match between
Most
all the
likely.
people on SmackDown. Raw, I'm not quite sure what we're gonna get with the tag team division because there's a lot
You
of
got
teams.
no fucking clue.
A lot of teams, but for some reason, even with New Day, Big Hill,
LWO.
LWO, Dragon Lee, and Ray, the Viking Raiders are fantastic in ring, but their division still just doesn't seem as important as Motor City, DIY, and Street Profits have made the SmackDown division feel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen with that. Obviously, it's looking like
Lucha Bros. Lucha Bros.
Lucha Bros could come in and set the division up. Let's be honest. Then you got to think about the women's division, the mid card titles, and the tag team picture. I can't in 2 nights and all of those titles not being on the line. Now I get they could save some for SmackDown before the pay-per-view since they do that a lot to make sure people are actually tuning into that SmackDown. But I definitely think with these new titles being there and this being the first year, they need a WrestleMania. They need to. Same with the IC in the United States. IC wise, Brian Breaker has a ton of options. LA Knight has a ton of options. It's
That's
so
true.
and so just generally speaking, we're a month away pretty much. And WrestleMania is nowhere near defined. It's still a lot of unpredictability in every division, in every title scene, in every non-title scene. I think we are, and last year was kind of unpredictable as well. But I think as the card shaped up, it got very predictable.
Way
This,
too predictable.
I think we are on complete high alert, and I think that the John Cena at Elimination Chamber was the perfect way to kind of start this just uncertainty and just everybody knowing like, bro, anything could happen.
Yo,
At the,
that I think that's one of the most exciting things about this time of year, bro. Every single year, it's like, damn, bro. I don't feel like especially this year. I was like, bro, it don't feel like WrestleMania. That heel turn was needed. I know. I think Meltzer had said something like, "Oh, they were planning on doing that at WrestleMania, and Cody was gonna turn heel." Hell no. This always been the plan, bro. This always been the plan.
at this point, I think they got like they've hired like 4 people to just tell Meltzer some BS. Like
Yo,
you are really here to trick him into thinking something's gonna happen.
yeah. Then he charges
At this point,
$15 a month.
wasn't he the one saying that The Rock wasn't gonna get involved again?
Yo, no, that was Sean Rossap.
Ross.
Yeah, Fightful,
I'm sure Meltzer corroborated
of course.
it.
But yo, yeah,
Roman Reigns grand return, taking out Seth Rollins, taking out CM Punk. Obviously, he was upset at Paul Heyman for consoling CM Punk.
he beat the shit out of CM Punk right after, bro.
It's important to see that Roman Reigns is still the same person that he always has been. He is not.
Diabolical.
He is not to be forgiven yet. And I think if we gonna do this arc for him, we got to go back to that.
We need that redemption arc.
Jay and Jimmy being on his head about being a better person because he truly hasn't changed. Even leading up into Survivor Series, he didn't change.
No, he didn't.
He was still the same Roman Reigns. So I think they got to double back to that. And I think him being the same Roman Reigns, and I think it should be something like he's depending on Jay. He's depending on Jimmy. He's hoping that Sammy. He's hoping that Paul Heyman gets involved to help him cheat and win like he's used to doing. And it doesn't happen. And that's how he loses. Whether he gets pinned or not, I don't think he should win that match. Because
I think he should get pinned.
he should get pinned, honestly. He should get pinned because he's frustrated at Paul Heyman with the CM Punk thing. CM Punk should probably win this match, just being honest with you. CM Punk is the one that needs it the most. CM Punk has got to get another world title reign. I don't know when it happens. I don't know who he beats, but I think it has to happen. Obviously, if Cena wins, you know how I feel. I would love for Punk to be the one to beat him, but it makes no sense for anybody besides Cody Rhodes. You're face of the company. You're a quarterback. You're 1A right now. He's the 1A, and Roman is the 1B because Roman isn't there a lot. That it just comes down to that. I think they are both as big of attractions. They are both huge attractions, but Roman Reigns is becoming more of an attraction, meaning that they're there temporary and then they leave and then they come back.
He's Bruno Sammartino right now.
That's what an attraction is. He's there for a month. He's not there for 2 months. He's there for a month. He's not there for 4 months. He's there for a month. He's there
Undertaker.
Out there. You know what I'm saying? Undertaker at the end of his career. That's what Roman is becoming, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's still a draw. He's still one of the best in the world. But Cody Rhodes is the face. So if Cena's gonna beat him at Mania, Cody got to get that dub back. Cody got to beat him that conquers this version of Super Cena that we may be seeing. You know what I'm saying? I love Punk, but it can't be him. But Punk is definitely on the road to being a world champion. I think he got to win. But this is gonna be very interesting to see exactly how it all comes together. And obviously, of course, great for Seth Rollins to get his win back against Punk, even though under those type of circumstances.
I think it was the most clever way though, to have Seth Rollins basically win the match, but he didn't really win the match. Roman pulls him out the fucking ring, starts beating the shit out of him, bro. I pop heavy, bro. I was having the time of my life. It's the shit that make pro wrestling pro wrestling, bro.
What do we do? Cinema.
Cinema. But yo, I'm gonna talk about Revolution, bro.
You want to go Revolution first, then NXT last? Let's talk about Revolution.
Yeah. What a
I say it
pay-per-view,
time
bro.
and time again. I'll say it again. AEW doesn't have bad pay-per-views.
Nah.
They may have some bad dynamites. They may
They
have
don't know.
some, but AEW sure as hell always delivers on
Yo,
pay-per-view. You are going to get some of the best professional wrestling that you have ever seen in your life, that you will see of the year. It's not a AEW pay-per-view that doesn't go by without a match or four that you be like, damn, this might be the match of the year.
this
Damn,
might
this
be the
might be
greatest match I ever seen.
like
Yo, Takeshita and Omega, bro, had me saying, bro, is this the greatest match I ever seen in my life?
you probably leave an AEW pay-per-view saying this might be the fucking best match I ever seen. Like you're going to leave every AEW pay-per-view saying that they never under-deliver on their pay-per-views. Obviously, I think it's one big blunder on this pay-per-view. But as overall, this is an amazing pay-per-view as
Yeah,
AEW does so well. I think MJF and Hangman was a damn good match, but it got overshadowed by
very quickly.
and Mercedes next topped that match for me. And then you get to the damn Fletcher and Osprey. You get Omega and Takeshita. You get Okada and Brody King. Like
That was a real good match too.
banger after banger after banger after banger.
Tony Storm and Mariah May.
Mariah May, you know what I'm saying? Like
Shit.
they delivered, and they delivered again. It was very fortunate the way the pay-per-view had to end. I'll be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it is a.
They
I
gotta
feel like
retcon that shit, bro.
that's the
That
thing
shit
like I got the most to say about, and that is the fact that this Jon Moxley reign has been extremely underwhelming.
dog
I
shit.
expected better from him, if I'm being honest, especially knowing that he is apparently the one controlling the pin on where his faction goes. I think he lost the vision. I think they may have had plans for Darby Allin to be the guy. It seems like Darby Allin is on Mount Everest somewhere, and we ain't heard from him. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Obviously, I love the Swerve and Ricochet match. Yes, can't
Yeah.
forget. Amazing match, setting up Swerve to go after the World Championship. Which, if we being honest, if it's not gonna be Osprey, who Osprey also laid his claim,
Yup.
I've been saying Osprey is the guy. If I'm being honest, I love Swerve, but to me, Osprey is everything that AEW is about. If you love AEW, you love Osprey because he a baby Kenny Omega for real. Just a little
Yup.
more high flyer than Omega ever was. Well,
Yeah.
a lot more of a high flyer than Omega
No,
ever
a
was.
lot more.
A lot more of that spot monkey type. And I don't even like calling people spot monkeys, but that's his wrestling style. You know what I'm saying? It is something that a lot of people would say he's a spot monkey. But
Right.
I think he perfectly encapsulates what AEW is all about, and he should be the one that stops him. But if it ain't gonna be Osprey, make it be Swerve. Swerve on that. Swerve in that corner.
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. But man, like especially like what you said, bro. It's just like if you've never watched professional wrestling a day in your life, I'm telling you, you could put on any AEW pay per view and you will go out being a wrestling fan, bro.
Yeah.
Like WWE has had stinkers, bro. Like you could put on a random WWE pay per view in like the last 20 years, you'll probably land on some stupid shit, bro. You'll land on John Laurinaitis versus John Cena at Capital Punishment.
Let me interject. You know what's crazy is just to highlight just how WWE has made it from that. When we
Yeah,
was watching Elimination Chamber, 96 was here. So he watching it with me. The homie pulled up. He ain't watched wrestling in probably like 10, 12, maybe 15 years.
same thing with me and my man's too. Yeah,
Chamber saying, damn, bro, maybe I need to get back into wrestling. John Cena didn't turn heel, you know what I'm saying?
my
CM
man
Punk,
said the same thing, bro.
crazily enough, he stopped watching, like not because of Punk, but around the time Punk left is when he stopped watching. That's a lot of young people in our age group, that 30 to 21, 22 range, stopped watching wrestling. Even older, of course, stopped
Yo,
watching wrestling around that time. And you could turn on a WWE pay-per-view for them, and they are like, damn, this was interesting. Like, I kind of want to start back watching and paying attention. But same with AEW. Always with their pay-per-views, though, like you said, you can always turn on their pay-per-view and people gonna be like,
There will
this
be
is the coolest, this is some of the coolest stuff that I ever seen in my life.
it will be one like it could just be one match, bro. You just fucking skip ahead. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it, bro.
I agree.
That's pro wrestling right there.
I'm not liking Edge in the world title picture. I think they wasted when I didn't like Christian winning that contract anyways.
Yeah.
I thought it should have went to somebody like Hangman maybe. I thought that would have been really cool. It was a lot of other people that I think could have did it better. Like he did all of that almost cashing in to finally cash in and be the one that loses the match.
In like 2 minutes, he got choked out.
So Edge doesn't get pinned in the match, even though Edge was laid out, obviously.
No, what, bro? How that match should have ended is when Christian was getting when he was getting choked out. You saw how like Christian was like putting his arm on Edge's chest,
Yeah.
so like he was basically pinning him. That's how it should have ended. It should have ended where Christian fucking pinned him like that, and fucking knocked out at the same time. Maybe
Yeah. That's cinema.
That's cinema right there.
AEW be missing sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, bro, it's right there, but you
Now,
overbooked it. They overbooked the shit.
You know, we grew up on WWE more than anything, of course. Because by the time you was born and by the time I was like 3 or 4, WCW was gone. I grew
Yeah.
up on TNA as well. We all grew up on
Yo.
TNA still, but we definitely seen way more WWE. So maybe that's the WWE booking that we would see in that moment. That I think that anybody would see in that moment. They wouldn't, because if you notice, like Moxley saw it and he pulled it away. WWE, Moxley would have been so focused on choking him out that he wouldn't have saw it. It would have been 1, 2. He would have been so locked in.
And then he would have been like,
said 3. He would have been like, "What the heck?" At the same time, he was choked out.
yo,
It's like they could have did something with 2 refs being in there. A ref could have got knocked down. Then it's 2 refs, and now it's just even more controversy. Like I don't know. That just
now you know what we could have seen? We could have seen Christian and Edge having to be like, damn, bro, I guess we have to team up, bro, against Death Riders. Then what? Maybe Adam Copeland turns on Christian, joins the Death Riders. You could have done some shit like that. You could have did something like that.
we could have got a double turn. I don't know, bro. Like I feel like too with it not really being a booking committee. A lot of things are this is how we should do it, and this is how it gets done. Instead of there being more challenging, like there seems to be in the WWE locker room and in the writers' room, because even when it was Vince, you had to get it through Vince. So you may have to work shift what you thought was the good ending and think of something even better. And sometimes it ended up being something better. Sometimes it ended up being something trash. Honestly, with Triple H, whatever they're doing in that room and figuring out creatively and bringing all these great minds together, as well as letting the wrestlers have some input in on it, it's working.
Nope.
It's working. It is working perfectly. So I think that's something that could have made that ending. The ending fell flat, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out Indiana.
Which
Spot and Robert.
So I just don't know what they need, like a writer room. I ain't gonna lie. They need a writer. They need people to come with these crazy ideas. Like obviously the stuff that we said it's cinema. The stuff, the 2 refs thing would have been crazy and maybe chaotic unless you did it properly. Obviously, a double swerve would have been really chaotic. But those ideas kind of need to go through the channel to get, I think, to the best possible ending. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Climatic ending, because that's what you're looking for at the end of a pay-per-view. You're looking for a climax.
Yup.
And elimination that perfectly. Great climax. Even NXT Roadblock that we're about to get into real quick did that perfectly. A great climax. You know what I'm saying? It don't always be, a championship celebration. You know what I'm saying? We try to go live at least once or twice a week, man. We about to start ramping it up. But if you want to social media, that's where you will be able to see all our content. Say I Quit Pod.
Yup.
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We about to be going live on Twitter a lot too. So I mean TikTok. So you definitely want to follow our TikTok if you got TikTok. We be going on live on there, probably more than we will on here, even if it's just one or two of us. Because we got a 3-man crew. We always bring it on guests. We do some interviews and everything. So we about to start ramping it up. I'm a basketball coach too, so my season about to be over with after this month. So WrestleMania season, leading up to WrestleMania, we about to be going
Yo,
hard.
that's a perfect segue, bro. That's
Times a week, probably 2 times a week. We'll be getting in at least 2 or 3 times a week, if not every day, on the TikTok, on the top tick, the clock app.
yo, that's a perfect segue though, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's run through
Roadblock.
really quickly because I do gotta start getting ready.
Nah, you good.
Roadblock. I honestly, I'm with Reed. Reed isn't here right now, but he said one of the best episodes of NXT history. I gotta agree.
Top to bottom, bro.
Like not live watching it, but yeah, we talk about AEW a lot. We talk about wrestling in general. If it's
Yo,
something going on in New Japan that we need to talk about, we gonna talk about it. If it's something going on in the indies, we interview. We got a couple interviews with independent professional wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? So we wrestling all the way around,
yo.
wrestling and hip hop because we are all hip hop artists as well.
But
Uh,
also when we reach 1,000 followers on TikTok, hey, bro, our Discord finna go live, and we're gonna ramp up our watch parties too.
yeah, we gonna definitely do some watch parties because we can
Yo,
definitely some of those pay-per-views with y'all. Real quick, we will tell you our thoughts. Then we got to run through NXT. We all thought. I thought the match was fantastic. We
incredible.
were. We hate seeing the comparisons because everybody was so ready to compare it to Ospreay and Fletcher, who I think killed it. I'll say what I said. What I said was
Phenomenal.
Ospreay and Fletcher had a job and a story that they wanted to tell. They did
Yeah,
5 stars. For they knocked every pillar down that they wanted to knock down for that match. They did. Same with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Amazing match. I think they accomplished exactly what they sought out to. We appreciate the sub. We on the way to 200, man. So tell your friends,
appreciate you, Robert.
homies, tell them you found a new podcast, man. We're gonna be going live often. Always gonna be interacting with y'all in the chat, and also we'll be making sure. You never know. One day we might invite some fans on to go live with us.
Nah,
I'm saying is just send out a link, put it in the chat or something, and be like, "Hey, click the link."
yo, we need a
Talk
phone number. We need a phone number so that people could call in.
That's what we need for real. We need to let people call in. That'll be hard. That'd be hard. But your thoughts on that cage match, my boy Leg?
I thought it was incredible. I mean, like you said, people kept comparing it. I don't like the comparisons. I think, they both did what they needed to do, and it all comes down to preference at the end of the day. But well, it's still cage match. My only gripe is they should have had. But see,
I
I understand that perspective too. Yeah, part of me felt the same way.
It's like with the Hell in a Cell match. We said like if CM Punk or Drew McIntyre not bleeding at the end of that match,
That's not a good match.
it's not. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna deduct the point from it. But I think also they may have even wanted to do some blood spots, and they probably saw how much blood was inside the Fletcher match because they watching each other.
Of course.
They watch each other's product.
Yeah.
That would have enhanced comparisons too. Some people probably would have been like, "Oh, WWE only did blood."
Oh, that had to be a capsule. Oh, no, he didn't bleed that much.
I thought about that before the match. I was like, they not gonna do a lot of blood since it was just a cage match that was very, very bloody. And also, we love the Roman Reigns part afterwards.
Oh,
that
yeah.
adds to the match, making the match even better. That was fantastic. Let's dive into NXT, man. We opened up the show with just such a legendary match. I'm gonna be real. I am a Dragon Ball Z fan. You see that poster right there? You know what I'm saying? I'm a big anime. I'm a Vegeta guy too. Hopefully you a Vegeta guy. You know what I'm saying? Big Vegeta gang over these ways. But I think NXT did something so profound when they agreed to work with TNA, man.
Incredible.
2 dream matches on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Like on a
Free
Tuesday,
TV.
on a Tuesday, like straight up, they really gave us one of their best products ever. it's a TV show episode that's being compared to pay-per-views from
Yo,
NXT because that's how action-packed
incredible.
was. I was talking to Reed about this, how NXT is able to get 5 or 6 matches in 2 hours, yet still have backstage segments that don't overstay their welcome and still progress all the storylines. They set up matches for next week. They set up Jada Parker trying to pursue Stephanie Vakir at Stand and Deliver. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we don't know if she gets there. We don't know who Stephanie Vakir faces yet. We don't know how long Julia is gonna be out because everybody's saying that Julia is hurt. Just top tier episode. The Hardys and Fraxium. No, I did not know how great Fraxium was gonna be when they came together. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, none of us did,
I,
bro.
I did not see the vision at first. It felt like another. It felt like another. What was I gonna say, bro? I just had a brain fart because I was reading his message. What
Oh,
was
you
I saying?
talking about like a tag team put together,
Yes. It felt like
like a
another
random,
tag team that
yo,
wasn't out to
like
anybody.
Piper and Chelsea, like Piper and Chelsea.
But they work, so not even them. Like just think of the main
Oh,
event we've had that didn't work.
mm-hmm.
These two putting them in the Dusty Classic together, they struck gold. And it showed when you put them against probably the greatest tag team of all time for most people.
For me,
One of the most decorated tag teams ever. Everybody
yo,
loves Party Boys, man.
come
Everybody
on,
loves Party Boys.
come
And for
on.
him and them to go in there and have a banger with them at this age, I think it's important for Fraxium to get that rematch back though. Nah, you good, man. You good. Yeah, Trunk's my boy too, and of course always. But yes, they gotta run it back. That's my main thoughts on the Fraxium and Hardy Boys match.
NXT. Yo, they gotta make like an NXT title, bro. They
That'd be
definitely should. They it should say like
team and a women.
yo,
That
easy.
we got to get
Come on.
Worlds Collide pay-per-view too.
Easy. I've been hoping for it.
We need that,
Oh
man.
man. Yo, Moose, Oba.
Surprised me how good it was, if I'm being honest. Not that I thought the match would be bad, but that may be that may be you saying the Moose match, you wasn't feeling that? Or you talking about something else?
Wait, yeah.
I think that Oba and Moose, that may be one of Moose's best matches. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh,
love triple
by
threat
far.
last year at Stand and Deliver and the one that followed. I love the Wes Lee match. I think that's definitely up there for one of his best matches as well.
True.
But yeah, Moose really gave him a run for his money, if I'm being honest.
And I just want to say, Oba Femi, bro, once in a lifetime talent again, bro. Like, he just understands. This is somebody that wasn't wrestling on the indies. This is somebody they was like, yo, you want to wrestle, bro?
You said no NXT TNA title. I feel it might be a little too much. It might be doing a little too much.
It might
But
be.
I would welcome it personally too. Also, Oba's like 30 matches in his career. He was like 30 matches in his career when he won his title, bro. Like,
But he's from the get go. He's just understood.
He's probably only had like 40 or 50 matches in his career. And he's already it's good in ring. He's already over with the crowd. He's gonna be a monster.
The ruler.
One, the future is bright for WWE, man. The future
Hell
is
yeah.
bright.
It's in good hands.
In general, but the amount of talent that WWE is going to possess
for years.
10 years from now, I can name you 10 men and 10 women that they already got on the roster that'll still be around and still be in their prime. They are doing an amazing job with those NIL deals. I'm not gonna lie. They're doing an amazing job. Oba Fenmi is a testament. Jada Parker is a testament. Not NIL, but Roxanne is a testament. They got Jordan Grace now. Like, NXT just gets better and better and better. And I love the Ricky Saints, the Ethan Pages to bolster that men's division. You know what
Shout
I'm
out
saying?
Ethan Page too, bro. He been knocking this shit out the park. I don't
So
care, bro. People say, "Oh, Ethan Page is ass."
amazing match, amazing match. They had a dope feud too. I've enjoyed their feud. I feel you on that, Rob, but it was MSG. It was Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
It
they had to do
was a
something.
TV. It was a TV pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? That's why you went so hard. That's why you do a title unification match on TV. I would be against that on TV too, if I'm being honest. You know, save that for the pay-per-view. But I think NXT has no shortage of great matches, and they do a great job of prioritizing every title. Every title on that show, and whoever holds the title feels important.
I
Therefore,
don't.
they don't really need to save. They can have title changes on a regular show as they do. They have plenty of title matches, world title matches, if we think about it.
Yep.
Oba and Roxanne were defending their titles on Trick Williams as well on a regular NXT on a regular Tuesday night. They'd be defending their title. Same with if you go back to Braun Breaker and Carmelo. They had that match for the title when John Cena, Undertaker, and everybody was there.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
They
Yep.
have that on a regular NXT. NXT, since they also don't have a pay-per-view every month, can survive with giving us these type of shows leading into that. But I do feel you on like Oba and Moose being such a big match. That's what that I feel you on that. Like that is a dream match. That is a more than we could have did that at WrestleMania. But also,
Yeah.
probably want their
Yo, I love.
they probably don't want their champion losing to WWE champion on at WrestleMania weekend. Stand, you know what I'm saying?
Then deliver. But like, bro, I love even like last year, bro, when we was talking about was it last year or the year before Trick and Mello? Was it
Last year.
last year? Bro, we was like, bro, they gotta put this shit on Mania, bro. They gotta be on main card Mania.
I was thinking about
But
that because I was, the Stephanie and Julia could have argued about being like a main card match. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Save that for WrestleMania. Excuse me.
I'm all for I'm all for having maybe like a one or two showcase matches, NXT showcase matches on the main card. I would love that shit.
I think now the card is too crowded because, like I
No,
said,
now it is. Now it's way too.
because we gotta see those women's matches on the card, man. I gotta see Lyra at WrestleMania. I gotta see Chelsea Green.
Easily.
Just being honest, Chelsea gotta be, man.
Not say y'all who y'all favorite rappers. Damn, you talk about favorite rappers right now?
Les and Lidder.
Word. And Restarks. That's top three right there. Whichever way you want to put it.
Big three. Real big three.
Wait, Derek. Who your favorite rapper all time though? Aside from us.
I don't know, man. It's just all time is tough. Like Cole obviously up there.
Yeah.
Pac is up there.
Biggie for me too.
Currency definitely up there, man. I love Currency.
Mm.
Wiz had a point in time. You see, I was just arguing with y'all about T.I. T.I.
Yeah.
was for me for a minute. I love Wayne, love Kendrick. That's why I'm like, it's hard for me to just say who my favorite overall all time is. Like,
Of course.
I could never choose between never listening to a song from any of those rappers that I just named, for real.
You take any of like the new rappers, like I'm talking new rappers, bro. Like that. I'm not even gonna say bro name, but there's somebody I'm like, bro, man, y'all lucky this not the 90s, bro. y'all would never survive, bro.
Yeah, new people that I mess with heavy, probably like Jid, for real. No, Smino and Jid. Westside Boogie, I put them in that class.
Saba, Boogie.
You know what I'm saying? I put them all in the same class. They some of
Should I put Ray Vaughn up there too?
I think Ray left on. But he ain't got no like
He ain't got no like.
he ain't got the project to put him on.
Yeah.
Like I can give you the Smino, I can give you the Westside Boogie, I can give you
Jid
Jenkins, I can give you the project
Yeah.
that like solidifies them. Ravon is great at rapping, but I just ain't heard a body of work of his yet that's like, okay, he there. He know how
Like
to make.
he right there.
Like making an album is still so important to being a rapper. I don't give a fuck how many words you can put together. How many? What's the word with you, Rolly? How many motherfucking
Rolly gang.
Rolly gang, Rolly gang, Rolly.
Rolly gang.
Hey,
Shout out. Shout out Rolly, bro.
real shit, man. Real shit. Anything else you want to get into right quick, Les? I gotta go ahead and start getting ready in a minute.
Nah, I just want to say thank y'all for the support recently, bro. We about to be at 1,000 fucking followers on TikTok, YouTube almost 200, bro. Like we're cooking, bro. I don't give a fuck. We cooking.
Real deal, man. Hey, I on all social media platforms. You on the YouTube channel if you didn't
Yeah,
watch. Make sure you hit that subscribe, man. Like I said, tell your partners you just found a new wrestling podcast, man. It's made by 3 rappers too. So you can talk to us about rap if you want to. You can talk to us about wrestling if you want to. We do it all here on the Say I Quit podcast, man. We
of
really do
course.
it. We'll definitely have some special episodes when we're gonna be blending the two. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that, man. Y'all have a good freaking evening, man. Tune in to AEW tonight, TNA tomorrow, or it's TNA Friday too. I don't even know.
Thursday.
But
Tomorrow.
Fridays too, you know what I'm saying? They be doing their pay-per-views on Fridays sometimes. Well, like
Yup.
specials and stuff. Professional wrestling is at an all-time high, as I said. Yeah, so if you enjoy professional wrestling, this is the place to be. We appreciate y'all once again.
Come on.
2
Sick.